name is Mong'are, and welcome to another episode of the Freelancers Mic, where we have conversations with creatives. This is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button so that every time we have a new episode, you get a notification. And if you're returning after listening to other episodes, thank you so much for the support. Don't forget to share this episode with your friends. So my guest today is John Gitahi. John has been a writer for quite some time, and he does affiliate marketing and digital marketing. So you're going to find out more about affiliate marketing and what he does and so much more. So John, the mic is yours. Can you briefly tell us about yourself?
Thank you, Rudia. It's really a pleasure to be here, and thank you for the invitation. I'm John, and an affiliate marketer. As you said, affiliate marketers are essentially digital marketers somewhat. And previously, I used to be a writer. During the journey from moving from writing to affiliate marketing, of course, it has been a running journey. And yeah, we are here now doing affiliate marketing, among other things. So that's what we do on a day-to-day basis.
All right, so I know you're a writer and an affiliate marketer, as you just mentioned. So can you share your journey from being a writer to becoming an affiliate marketer and running multiple websites? And could you please tell us what inspired this transition? I know those are so many questions in one.
I'll try to answer them as best as possible. Yes, I started my online journey as a writer, an article writer for that matter. Um, Previously, I used to do a physical business. Then, at some point, the business was not doing good, and I thought of doing something online, and I found myself doing lighting, and I did that for some time. I think about 2 years, and yeah, of course, as I was looking for ways of growing, ways of lacing something on the side, I thought that I could venture into affiliate marketing. It's not something that I was familiar to previously. I could say that I stumbled on it through my clients, and what could probably explain that is curiosity. When I was working with some of the clients during my very early days, there is this question that writers keep talking about, and that is the question of where does the content go? New writers for that matter, where does the content go to? And along the way, I earned the trust of some of my clients, and they would share with me their website, and I started learning. They talk about watching and learning. That's what I was doing, and eventually I thought probably this is something that I can also try. you know One time I remember that I could say was really that inspirational moment is one of my clients. I did an article for them, and it was an affiliate marketing article. So we were reviewing certain products because that's what we do in affiliate marketing. And the article did so well, and the client called me on a certain Sunday, very excited, told me, John, you know what the article did for me is it's number one on Google. It's really doing so well. It's really giving me some good cash, and I have a small token for you, just as an appreciation away now from what I paid you. And she sent me $200. So
Wow,
that really
that's big money.
hit something in me, because I got questions. I started asking myself, uh, if she could pay me 200 USD as a token of appreciation, and already she had paid me for the work, then she must be making something very good. So I went back to the article, looked at it, and that's how I got the idea. Can I start doing this? Can I go on and try this on my own? Yeah, and that's how I moved from lighting to doing affiliate marketing. Of course, at the start, you do it on the side because now you're working for clients full time. But then I spare 1 or 2 hours each and every day, I will do something small on my website. And over time, it started growing till that moment that I was now able to transition full time to working for myself as an affiliate marketer.
Could you say that the affiliate marketing is paying you double or more than what you used to earn as a writer?
Yes, because when you're working for yourself, even in traditional businesses or in other inventions, chances are because you have the railway, you have that loom to maneuver. You can easily less more than what you get paid when you're working for someone. So in affiliate marketing we earn commissions, and sometimes depending on the seasons, when the markets are performing very well, when the products that we are promoting are doing very well, you tend to lose more. So yes, one of the other attractions, even as I was starting and even I was getting the inspiration from my client, was reading some stories on social media of well established affiliate marketers getting paid very very well, getting very big paychecks end of the month. And yeah, I can say I have experienced it.
Okay, so I know affiliate marketing can be complex, and I would like to know from you the basics for our audience and how it can be a viable income source for freelancers. They could be established or new.
Thank you for the question. Yeah, just like anything else, just like any other business, affiliate marketing may be a little bit tricky for starters, when you're starting up. And the first thing that we could talk about is the competition. By the way, I hope that our audience understands that affiliate marketing is, you know, recommending products from well-established companies, from well-established organizations through your content. And when people buy from the links, that you recommend the products through, you earn a commission. So simply for purposes of starters, affiliate marketing is when you insert links to products from different organizations, inside your content along the way, and when people click and buy whatever products you are recommending, you get paid a commission. So that's the very simple definition of it. Now, your question was, is it very difficult, and what are some of the challenges? I can say that. Just like anything else,
No, I
it
said
requires
I
a bit
asked
of yes, yes.
I asked how can it be a viable income source? How can it be a viable
How can
income
it be?
source for
Oh,
freelancers?
thank you for the correction. Now, uh, affiliate marketing can be a viable income source because, as I said earlier on, it's still profitable. We still rely on it to meet our bills. So I believe that any other freelancer who is looking for something else to do could consider affiliate marketing. It's viable. It's viable in this way. Once you establish whatever platform you are going to be promoting products through, be it a website, be it a YouTube channel, be it even your social media pages, your social media platforms. Once you have established good enough audience, good enough numbers, and people have won that trust from you, people will be coming to your content each and every day, especially when you do what you call evergreen content. Evergreen content is that content which is relevant like each and every day. And once they buy, once they click based on your recommendation, because they have trusted you now, you'll be getting commissions. And sometimes the commissions can be very very good depending on what you are promoting. So I believe that it's profitable. It's actually a profitable venture. It's not going to be going anywhere anytime soon, despite the changes that keeps on happening on the technology world. Yeah, so it's viable. I would encourage our freelancers to consider, if you're looking for something else to do on the side, to consider doing affiliate marketing.
Awesome. Okay, so having mentioned about the good return, what's the highest commission have you ever received?
Okay. On an individual product, all like we could say monthly.
Maybe it could be an individual product or your highest earning as an affiliate marketer.
Maybe I could say there was a time I was promoting some outdoor products, actually certain lawn mowers. One was paying 166 USD. And there was this day I think I sold about six of them. I was so lucky to sell six of them. So it's one of those days that they don't happen each and every day, but yeah, that's what you should
Yeah,
at the
and
start. Sometimes the returns can be very good.
yeah, that's $500 in a day. Wow, good money.
Yeah, that's good. They don't happen each
Oh,
and every day, but when they
because
happen, we welcome them with both hands.
wow. Okay, all right. So many freelancers, they're usually looking for ways to monetize their online presence, sometimes through affiliate marketing, which we are talking about. So, what are the key strategies that you can give, or the tips that you can give to someone that wants to get started and succeed in this field?
Thank you. What I would say is when you talk about affiliate marketing, we can look at it from two perspectives. One, there is when you rely on what you call organic traffic. That is traffic that you don't pay for. That is traffic that you attract through your content. Once you are putting good content out there as a writer, maybe as a YouTuber, and people start following you, people want to come to your website each and every day to see what you have put out there. People want to come to your channel each and every day and see what you have put out there. You're not paying for that traffic. It's free traffic, in quotes, not entirely free because you did some work to do the content, but it's free because you're not paying for it. On the other hand, we have affiliate marketing that involves doing paid traffic. You look for offers from different affiliate marketing platforms, different affiliate marketing networks. There are so many of them, and then you start paying advertising. Paying for those offers. I would like to speak more about the organic one because that is one that is easy for most people, especially because when you're coming up, you may not have that budget to go and pay ads and that kind of a thing. So now, when you are starting, and the most important thing, because that is where I say is the bottom line. It plays a very big role in determining whether you're going to be successful or not. Is selecting a niche. Uh, a niche is like, what line are you going to be in? For example, in lighting, you could be doing finance lighting, you could be doing digital or technology writing, you could be doing health writing. When it comes to affiliate marketing, we have something similar. You need to select a niche, and once you get the niche decision correct, because you have so many niches. If for example you go to somewhere like Amazon, and you try to scroll through the different products, through the different categories, you're going to be seeing so many categories there: outdoor, electronics, beauty. There are so many of them. Fishing, so many of them. You need to narrow down. You need to do a bit of research, and uh, evaluate and select the right niche. When I say the right niche, is a niche which has a good enough number of customers. Once you look at the products, how they are performing on Amazon or other platforms, because you have so many others, Clickbank and so many others, you can see that people are making good sales. So one, people, it has products which are moving. Number two, um, it is not very competitive in terms of it doesn't have a lot of competition. you know you could have a niche, let's say for example something like outdoors, which is not which is not a bad niche because it's very profitable, but it's very competitive because there are so many websites that are going to be in that niche. So you find that as a new person, once you start a website, once you start a YouTube channel, it's going to be taking you more time, more effort to outrank those websites, because you want to outrank them for people to be directed to your content. So what really matters is, can I be able to select the right niche? Can I be able to come up with the niche decision the right way? Once you do that, and we said you look at how profitable is it, are the products moving, and the amount of competition out there. Once you're able to come up to that, then the rest is quite easy, because if you can go on and do good content, if you can be able to go on and do good contact, something that people can trust, something that people see that you are doing from the heart, something that is authentic, then chances are over time you'll be able to start making good sales. So Yeah, that's the tricky bit. Uh, do the niche selection the right way, then of course do good content.
Okay. So, and when it comes to products, I know they have prices. There are some that are low priced and there are others that are expensive. So, how do you ensure that you're picking the right product or the right services to promote?
Right. Again, we come back to the question of the niche. Let's say, for example, you are in the outdoor niche and maybe you are looking at something like kayaking, is a niche, and, water games and such. Uh, when selecting the product, you need to look at things like, the commissions, because you'll be finding that commissions vary. Given a chance, you need to make a decision. Do I promote high value products, high ticket items? Those, of course, they don't move very oftenly, but once they go, the commissions are very good. Like I gave you the example of the lawnmower. On the other hand, there are people who will prefer, let me promote, cheap, inexpensive items, small items which are not very expensively priced, and this because they move a lot. A person who comes to the marketplace, they are tempted to pick these small items because they're not feeling the pricing, the issue of the pricing. So these people will target volumes. So because they do high volumes, they'll still be able to make good commissions. So I would say, one, the niche determines, because some niches do not have, you know, budget items. And of course, the commissions for high ticket items are quite good. On the other hand, of course, you have to see what is available, because, again, we talked about selecting the niche properly. Sometimes you may select a niche which doesn't have a lot of variety. Like there was one time I was doing a certain website, and the items that I was promoting are only available in one affiliate network, and it's a problem when they go out of stock because customers do not get a replacement. So we look at so many factors: the commissions percentages, you know, whether you need to go for high value or budget items, availability of that item. Also, other things that matter is, the geographical restrictions, because we have certain areas, depending on where your website is targeting. There are some certain zones, for example, California, and a few others, where you cannot promote certain items. So there are those many dynamics that you learn along the way. So once you start, and once you start registering with those African networks, you can be able to learn some of these things, and you'll be able to decide the correct way.
Wow, that's a nice response. I know you're doing so many things. Now that you're running the website, you're doing the content. Do you hire writers?
Yes. Okay. What I can say is it's not always easy for you to be able to learn multiple websites. Many people do struggle. We have groups where we have other affiliate marketers, and you see people complaining even, and then it's not easy.
It's a
Just
lot
like it's
of
not
work.
easy. Yeah, it's a lot of work, because it's like you have twins or triplets, and each of them needs your attention. So you need to be a bit strategic, and one of the ways that you can be strategic is, once you start saving some resources, you could hire out, you could outsource some of the work. So that's one of the strategies I use. On the other hand, there's something very important that we work with, which is called a content calendar. And I think that one is what saves a lot of freelancers. Depending on the niche that you are in, you'll be finding that different websites perform nicely in different seasons. You know, so there's a way that you can come up with a calendar, and
Wow,
you
I
can be
didn't
able
know
to.
that.
Yes, yeah. Depending on the niche that you are in, there are seasons that you define. This website performs very nicely during winter. This website, depending on the niche that is in, for outdoor, for example, performs very nicely during the summer. So I'll come up with a content calendar. So during the days before winter, those 3 months before winter, my calendar will be saying I need to put a lot of content on the website that is going to be doing nicely during winter. So that now when winter comes, the content is there and people are just, buying, hitting items and such, for example. On the other hand, the one for the summer, when winter comes, now I start working on the one for the summer, so that again, when summer comes, this website is going to be, ready and what we are looking for is there. So another good thing, another good strategy you can use is calendar. And of course, the other strategy that people work with is, and I think that is what any serious affiliate marketer should look at doing, and that's a combination of what we are saying. The previous two is coming up with a system. When you're starting, it's a solo business. You are on your own and you are a one-man show, a one-man company. But over time, you should aim at doing things passively, kind of, putting things on auto. So you could have a social media person, you could have an editor, you could have a keyword research guy, and you have a system. So your work will just be checking every now and then, are people posting content, are people doing their work, and that's the best one. That's the best one. But of course, that comes over time. So originally, you can try to balance by doing the content calendar, and of course, timing yourself properly. And when you get the resources, do outsource.
Okay. So talking of the hiring someone to do the keywords, to do social media, what is your number one keyword tool?
Okay. Of course, Ahlefs is the guru when it comes to is more details, quite extensive. Semlash, of course, is also quite helpful. But for a person who is starting up, when I was starting up, because I was not able to afford those two tools, they are quite expensive. Like now, RFs is quite pricey.
Yeah.
We were relying
So
on
you
free
see
tools.
it.
Yes, I think I saw that they actually dropping the legacy accounts and they have
Yeah.
hiked the prices in an insane way. So whenever we are starting, they are good free tools that some of them also cheaply priced. For example, keyword everywhere. Yeah, that was free when it's starting and it's quite good. Today it costs about $10 per month. So it's still quite affordable for so many people. Another one is Uber Suggest by Neil Patel, also a good one. Yeah, and once you're able to spend more time and evaluating, researching a bit, these tools are going to be giving you good keywords. So you don't need to spend a lot of money on an expensive tool when you're starting up, because the money may not even be there. If you have a good niche, these cheap tools, some of them free one. There's another one called Keyword Cheetah. There are so many of them. They're going to be giving you the starting keywords, and they are going to be doing just fine.
All right. So for someone that wants to build an engaging audience that he can use to promote their products, to before we go to that, do you promote your products, that your affiliate products, on social media?
No, currently I'm not doing that because I haven't really worked on social media traffic for the geos that I'm targeting, and most of my social media, personal social media followership is in my country, so they don't match. However, one of the websites has a good Pinterest that has been doing good. I could say the closest I've gone to doing social media promotion for my affiliate product is using Pinterest for one of the websites, but that one is detached from my personal one. Yeah, so it's a matter of mastering, because again you'll be finding that some social media platforms work better for certain niches. Mastering which one will work for you and going there full blast, they do help once you cultivate the traffic.
Okay. So talking about Pinterest, and how do you manage? Because I know Pinterest mostly it's about traffic to your product. Are you able to get conversions that you can say that the people that purchased this product came directly from Pinterest?
Yeah, they do. Pinterest is quite visual, so if the visuals are good, and of course, there's also the question of niche, because it favors some niches like People who share recipes there, they do good. People who do DIY stuff there, they also do good. So if your niche goes well with Pinterest, because you need to do a bit of research, because as we said, it's very visual, then conversions are not a problem. Actually, sometimes it's a very, very good strategy to use, because when there are Google updates, and that is what most affiliate marketers fear most. Google will wake up every now and then, and they are running this update, this and this update. Recently, I think they've been running updates non-stop, and you find that your keywords have been delunked. You are no longer appearing in the search engine result. You don't have to worry if you have
That
diversified
happened to my
social media
website.
traffic. Yes, yes. Yeah, the good thing is, it's a good strategy to work on your social media, because it will save you when Google has done their thing. So I've seen people who have really invested in social media, building social media followers, and you find that some of them, they have as much as 80% of the traffic coming from social media. So they don't have many sleepless nights like some of us when Go decides to do their thing. So yeah, I would encourage the listener to, when they start, don't forget social media and come up with a good strategy for social media, because sometimes it can be game changing, especially because you don't have to worry about those updates.
Okay, and what are some of the top tips that you can give someone that wants to get into Pinterest to grow the audience?
Some of the tactics that work for Pinterest is, of course, doing good graphics. As we said, today we also doing idea pins and also videos. Do good graphics. Number two, make sure you pin at the right time. You need to make sure you pin at the right time, because we are not on the same time zone, and you want to pin at that time that most of the people that you're targeting are on, they're on social media browsing. For example, early in the evening when people are leaving work, they'll be on social media a lot. Sometimes early in the morning when people are moving to work, is a good time to pin. So timing is also very, very important. Another important thing is doing pay interest keyword research. For example, I think each and every of the social media platforms, there is a way you can do keyword research. Do keyword research relevant for each and every of the platforms, and make sure that even as you are doing your graphics, you are also targeting those keywords. At some point, it will work. Okay. Of course, there is also the number of pins that you need to do. Some people say 5. Others will say 15. You do experimentation here and there, and you get a sweet spot and see what works for you and go.
15 pins a day or a week?
People do 15 a day.
Wow. And
And
that's
you're
why
going
I
to be
don't like
finding
Pinterest. It's like you're
you'll be
enticed to
finding
eat.
yeah, sure. You hear them saying the first 1 hour of the day, sometimes 2 hours, they're on Pinterest. But again, it pays back nicely, because uh, if you happen to have one of the pins go viral, then you'll forget that you had spent a lot of hours working on the pins.
So, have you felt any challenges in terms of affiliate marketing? Like the one that you can remember, something that was like a stumbling block in your journey?
Uh okay. Maybe the first one I could say is, initially I would not get very good lighters when I reached the point of outsourcing. So yeah, and training people to be able to reach the level that you want, to adopt your style, to adopt your voice, is not always that easy, especially because you are training and you're not sure whether this person is going to be really getting it. So yeah, getting good quality writers was a challenge at the start. I think nowadays I'm a bit comfortable, because I have some guys who really understand how we do it. The other challenge that I could say, and maybe mention this at the start, is sometimes you feel that you want to do 3 or 4 websites at a go. That one is not very easy. It is not something that I actually encourage for a starter, because, as I said, you always lose attention. At some point you'll be finding that you lose focus and you move to this one. You have done two items, two articles. You are doing this one. You go you there you do two articles. You jump to the other one. You're all over the place at some point. So maybe the other one, and we mentioned that one is rejections by some of the affiliate networks. Yeah, a very good company, and it's good to say that you don't have really to rely on affiliate marketing companies only. It's possible for you to approach companies and convince them to affiliate for them. Start selling for them. There is one company that is in my line, and they pay good commissions. But I've tried to sweet talk them; they will not listen. So yeah, sometimes you can see that this is a low hanging fruit somewhere, and you have the traffic, you have everything, you are doing everything right, but they tell you no, 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 we don't want anything to do with you. So that one it's a bitter pill to swallow, but you have to do it, and that's that. So rejection sometimes, and you miss out on some of the lucky offers, but the good thing is there are alternatives, even though they may not pay as well as some of those very good ones. You still be able to walk away with something. Of course, the other big nightmare for affiliate marketers is Google updates, and that is really that's the worst. We said earlier on they happen, and once they happen, you have no one to go and quarrel. So you wish that if I knew where Go offices are, I'll go there, you know my whole myself, and grab someone by the scruff of the neck, and really fight them. But unfortunately they happen, and sometimes you are nowhere to be seen. Your website was doing good, now your website is doing good. Can you try to maximize? And when I say maximize, optimize everything so that you can get as maximum commission as possible. When it is doing very very good, it's that time that you need to consider diversifying. Because now you have resources. You could open a website, or even a YouTube channel on a slightly different niche. You don't want to carry your eggs in one basket, so that in case something happens to this one which is doing very good, it keeps happening, you will not be left, empty-handed. You have something to fall back on. If offers come in, because people will come to buy those websites when they are doing very good, please take the offers. I've seen people missing out, and I've personally missed out. Time one of my websites was doing very very good, and it was doing magnificent, and I would be given very good offers, and I would say no, 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 this one is doing good, Go cannot touch it. And when Go decided that they want to do their thing on it, I went looking for those people who are giving me offers, and they're telling me no, 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 we moved on. If you get a very good offer, can you sell that website?
The most satisfying haha moment you've had in your freelancing career, and how did it shape your journey?
My aha moment, I would say there are two. The first one is when I was paid my first dollars from freelancing. That is, I was paid $27 by
A writer?
there was a I writer, yes, 27 USD, and I was feeling like the richest man on the land. Uh, it was that time I realized Kube you can actually make money from this particular industry. You people are making money, and you cannot trust it, and it happened, and I was so over the moon. So that was my first aha moment. The other aha
Yeah,
moment is upon starting
that was a
my
good
first
moment.
yeah. Yes, yes. And the other one is now when I saw that my website is actually paying me what I was getting from my clients, cumulatively in a month. So, when I saw that now my website has started to bring in what my clients were paying me, it would mean that now you can actually, fire your clients, as people keep on saying, concentrate on your stuff. So that was my second very nice moment, and something that you cannot forget.
So we have come to the end of this particular episode. So thank you so much, John, for showing up. Thank you for sharing your wisdom with us. I'm very
Thank
sure
you.
anybody that is listening to this is going to enjoy and is going to learn so much. See you next time. Happy super fantastic.
It was a pleasure having me. Thank you very much.